let's go ahead and get into this review right here. The first one we're going to do is Warcraft. Everybody's played Warcraft except me. I don't know nothing about it.
You've never played it?
I've never played. I don't do that nerd shit. You know, I play real games, man.
Yeah, I play Doom.
Yeah, I play Doom. You know, you go to hell with that game. Fight demons and shit. Orcs, I don't fucking know. You know. But,
okay.
But everybody else in the world obviously has. I mean, there's people, celebrities out there that play this game, and that includes Duncan Jones, David Bowie. And you know, he didn't grow up and be a rock star like his dad. So I'm gonna stay home and be a nerd and play Warcraft all day. And they said, well, you know what? You are the perfect guy to come in and direct this motion picture. And a lot of people are saying, well, there's no way that they can mess this up as far as video game movies go because it's fantasy. I mean, all it is Lord of the Rings. Just do what they did.
It's all written for you.
It's there.
Yeah.
You got a template out there. And this is very much similar to any kind of fantasy story that you have out there. But along the lore of Lord of the Rings, too, there's similarities there. You have humans fighting orcs. And the thing is that, now see, that's the thing about Lord of the Rings. You know, Lord of the Rings is kind of racist. You know what I'm saying? Lord of the Rings just said them nigga orcs out there, they're all bad.
Basically.
They're all bad.
No personality.
No personality. They're just all out there to just fuck the world up. That's it.
If you die, you come back whiter for some reason.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. But no, not Warcraft. Warcraft said, no, we're gonna speak for the people, the orcs out there. Turns out that the humans have their thing going on. All their races are getting along in peace, but then all of a sudden comes this race, the orcs, that no one has ever seen. And we spend a lot of time looking at the orcs and their world. And not, okay, some of them are assholes, but then some of them are saying, look, man, this ain't really my fight. You know, these humans ain't fuck with me.
Just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Yeah, I'm just an orc trying to get a nut, man. Humans ain't,
humans ain't never called me a
nigga. Ain't messing with me. So you get this whole thing where it's a deeper story with these fantasy creatures. The humans are trying to see what they can do to protect their land. All the time being fair with these orcs and saying, look, we don't know where you're from, but we will work with you. Mainly because you a big motherfucker. Well, we had no choice, really. That sounds kind of cool right there, deep. And let me tell you something. There's when I was watching this movie, I will say right now, when people come out and they say that this movie is awful, terrible. No. You save awful and terrible for things that just don't even try. They try with this. The world in this movie, the effects in this movie are fantastic, amazing. Everybody's talking about, these orcs look kind of rubbery and they look like seed. And you know what? You trying to find something to talk about. You're nitpicking right there. These orcs in this movie are some of the most impressive special effects that I've seen, and not because of them being just expensive special effects. First of all, when we talk about what's happening in this movie here, as far as special effects goes, we have incredible fight scenes, if you ask me. And the reason why I think they're incredible is because the characters, when in these battles, all these characters fight according to their race, according to their strengths, exactly, according to their characteristics. Humans are nimble. They fight with swords. They're speedy. They're fast. They got to be, because the orcs, they go out there and they are huge and they got these big ass hammers. And if you ain't fast enough, ain't nimble enough, they will flatten the fuck out of you.
Oh, yes.
They come from the trees making pancakes out of people. Damn.
The horses always get it.
They always get it. The horse was just standing there, man. Horse wasn't doing a thing to nobody.
I only carried him here because he made me.
Shit, that was probably over there pissing. It's incredible. Shit, they should have brought some syrup. They're making pancakes all out this shit. And it's funny. I know it's corny. I had to do it because every time them hammers were swinging, every time they swung them hammers, I was thinking the MC Hammer, man, hammer time. Hammer time. I had to do it. That's all I kept thinking, man. It's and they're brutal, as you saw right there. I mean, that's the cool thing. You know, they get by because all the humans are in armor. You know, but you know there's soup and stuff. Like you might as well just get a soup can and just crush that shit.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, they get away with not showing you gore because they're in armor, but it is brutal. I mean, you feel the crunch, you feel the bones breaking, but I'm talking about the action right here. How'd y'all feel about the effects? You mean y'all?
I mean, you mean like the CG? I think when the orcs or just the other creatures that are in here, when they're by themselves, it looks fantastic. But when they're interacting with humans, that's when it kind of goes into that uncanny valley mode. So it kind of felt like the interaction between when you do see them together. It kind of throws you off, but like again, when they usually for majority of this movie, each race stays to themselves. So humans majority of the time are talking to humans, orcs to orcs. Yeah. And when you see that and it's just them and they're emoting, like I feel like it's some of the best facial animations they had since Avatar. Like, you feel the pain in their faces.
Yeah.
So you like the way the orcs looked at here?
I love the way they look. I love the way they look, man.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I was about to say, wait a minute now. About to take your own hat and hit you with it.
He pulls out a hammer.
No, put out a hammer.
It is one of these things where from the trailer, I thought they looked rubbery and it all looked fake, like video game cutscenes. But to see it, where this is what happens when you actually do that last rendering pass, where it's all very smooth and they look very like the movements were natural and subtle. And the thing that really impressed me about the orcs is how much design went into all the characters. I mean, they're each one of them is cluttered with all the trophies from things they've killed before, and they've built their armor out of bones, and each one is unique, and they got it all to move, and they have big battle scenes where it wasn't glitchy. And yeah, this fight is a perfect example because all the physics play out in such a realistic way that you just buy it. And every time a human gets hit, it ain't no like I'm a flip around or I'm a slide on my feet. It is just smash.
Oh, hell no.
You're done.
Sometimes some dude thought he was doing some cool shit and was sliding right into a hammer. He's like,
and you see them mostly with themselves, but by the time they interacted with the humans, I don't know, they sold me on it, so I didn't have that uncanny valley. I thought it worked. I thought it worked out better. Like the last time it was even close to that good was the Hulk and Avengers.
It's when you get down to the subtleties of their acting. Is when I was really impressed with this. You have, really, I'm scared at this point because this is how it all happens. Because all you actors out there, you better start respecting these computers.
I'm glad I ain't no actor.
You better start respecting these computers.
You ain't gonna have no job.
Yeah, man. I dare you in 10 years to act a fool at the studio. They would just render your ass out.
It's going to be like when you sign the contract, they're going to have you step into a machine and they're going to digitize you. And it's like, well, we got it. So if you don't want to sign this contract, we don't need you no more.
And dares you to say something. And then, the motion capture is what makes it here. It's not just the rendering. It's not just the design. It's the motion capture. You have, who is it? Toby Kebbell?
Toby Kebbell, your boy?
Toby Kebbell, who did Caesar, right?
No, he was the other one.
And Koba.
And Koba, that's right. And this other actor here is Robert Kaczynski, who, if you look at this scene right here, the subtle drama between these two actually has, in my opinion, and I'm going to expand on this a little bit more, but more humanity than some of the humans, the actual humans in the film.
We are not powerful enough to defeat Goodwin. No. But with the humans' help, we could be.
You know, it's funny because behind Korey and Martin over there, because all these orcs, they all have different hairstyles. Like some of them got perms, some of them got cornrows. Y'all was sitting in front of some ghetto chicks.
Oh yeah.
Because one girl, what she say? He got cornrows, girl.
He got cornrows. Oh Lord Jesus! And that was like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. Girl, where he get his head did?
Laquanda did it. Laquanda, right?
That's Laquanda's work right there.
And my cousin got teeth like that.
Oh, and all you hipsters out there, especially in Austin, y'all ain't got shit on these orcs. All these piercings y'all got, they pierce their teeth.
Yeah.
So y'all do that shit. Watch that
Don't
shit.
Don't give them a challenge.
It's really cool when I'm watching these orcs. I wish there had just been a whole movie of orcs.
Yeah.
Because I was enjoying this, man. I was saying, man, you know what? I don't know what people are talking about with their reviews. I don't know why people are so hard on this film. I'm really feeling the emotion in this movie right now. And then the humans had to start talking. And I was like, and really, the humans ain't saying a goddamn thing.
And your boy Preacher up there, is it Dominic Cooper?
Dominic Cooper.
Dominic Cooper, yeah.
Well, man, it was who is it on Vikings, man?
R or something, I think.
No, the dude. I don't watch Vikings. My girl loves Vikings. Travis Fimmel.
Yeah.
Like, man, all the actors, the humans in this movie, I don't know what they're talking about. They're really taking this seriously, and they're all kind of stone faced, except for your boy from Vikings, Travis Fimmel. He looks like he's tweaking through the whole film.
Mm-hmm.
Every movie I see this, we just saw him in a movie.
What did we just see him in?
Maggie's playing.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
Oh,
and remember how
he did look like he was tweaking through that whole movie.
He looks like everything I've seen this dude in. He look like he's on some shit. You know, his eyes always big. He's always got these ticks. I don't know what he's doing, man, when he's walking on set, but there's something going on with
like,
this
if
dude.
you know a guy who gets drunk all the time, even when he's not drunk, he looks like he is. He has that kind of look to him.
Yeah. Yeah, always looking like he's looking for a hit. You know?
You holding?
You holding, man? Yeah, man. I'm looking at the humans in this movie, and here's where we start getting to the flaws, man. Really, in this movie, if you ain't green 500 pounds and throwing a big ass hammer around, then you really, to me, ain't got shit to say. And it's because I know that they went into this movie with love. You can feel that they're trying to bless this movie's heart. They are trying to make a good film. Mm-hmm. Duncan Jones, he's invested in this. And that is where the problem for me lies. He is too invested to the point where this movie is so serious that I don't feel anything for these characters. They're all stone-faced. They're all delivering their lines so stoically and almost snobbishly with their noses up in the air and, oh, where do you come from? And to me, that really hurts the character development in this. I mean, it's almost like they're saying, okay, nobody laugh, nobody even smile, because if you do, they ain't gonna take us seriously. And we want people to appreciate this right here.
You'll take us to them, or you'll end up like your friend in the cage.
You think you're fearsome? Or children have pets more fearsome than you?
We are not trying to be fearsome, grown-up. We're trying to protect our people, our families. If you help us, I give you my oath. You will have your freedom.
Yeah, you know, she got that's Paula Patton right there as a half-breed orc Corona, and she's trying to do Hamlet through them walrus teeth she got. I'm just like, even though she's fine as hell though, man.
No, there were times where you would see her lick her lips. She's like, No, and so anyway, I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, she got that. I mean, she's fine with that Dracula underbite she got. I was looking at it, and and then like you said, we have what's his name, Dominic Cooper there, and they're doing their job. And I appreciate them. Everybody is taking this seriously, but the script that they have is just so heavy, and it's just trying to make sure that all of us appreciate this material to the point where Duncan Jones has loved this too much he squeezed the life out of this thing, man.
I think to back that up, one of the things he did to, I think, try to get people more into it or make them be able to keep up with it is that he says everyone's name like 17 times. Like, they've introduced themselves to each other and the audience. But like, hello, Corona. How are you doing, Corona? That's some nice hair, Corona. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, we know that's her name. Chill. And like, he's trying to. It goes to the point where you're saying that he's shoving too much in here. But I feel like he's trying to do something where, all right, if you're not a fan of it, I can try to keep you up with it. But if you are a fan, you're going to get all this shit and enjoy it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead, Martin. You want to say something here?
I don't know. I didn't have as big a problem with this as you guys seem to have. Dominic Cooper, yes, he just seemed like him and Ruth Negga like they were shooting Preacher and they got done, and it's like, we need a king and somebody else. Can y'all come over here? And they did, and they seem to be kind of sleepwalking through it. And Dominic Cooper's just a bad fit. But everybody else, I thought worked out well. Who's the main hero here?
I do from
Vikings.
Yeah, just say Vikings.
Yeah.
Travis Fimmel.
Travis Fimmel. Well, I liked his character because he had a way of being like, yeah, he's sort of the human hero of the piece. At times he's kind of an asshole. A little bit of that Harrison Ford swagger that he's like, he does throw humor. I mean, if anybody's being playful with it at times, it's him.
I really want to enjoy this, and I think that it's a film where it's something that's going to be hard for people who don't know Warcraft that well to get into. That is why Lord of the Rings worked, because I sat with these characters for an hour, and I had to say, you know what, I've been here with these characters for an hour, and I don't know anything about them. As far as, do I feel close to them? No. Do I feel any urgency for them? No. As far as I'm concerned, they're just spouting off lines, typical lines for a fantasy film, and I felt no closeness to this at all. I know a lot of people are complaining about this movie needing more fun, and I'm not going to be one, because when he say that, then the defenders come in and like, well, what, you want a fart joke and then do slapstick? And no, it needs a little levity to it, because at some point, because it's a dark film. It's a film without that much heart, really. I mean, it's a brutal film in a way, and you just needed some kind of bonding with some characters. You needed some people to just kind of lighten up, that you got to slow down and know them first. And the thing that pisses me off the most about it is that this is fucking set up for another movie. This is all pretty much a setup for a series that might not even happen. Now it could, because it's killing over in China. No, I think that it needed not to be funny, not to be a comedy. We needed relatable characters and didn't have it. We needed a relatable story, didn't have it, because it's just something that really wants to just spout off the mythology that's already existing in the game, and not really a guide given to the people who are new to this. But that's just me. I know Martin's like, oh, you're just nitpicking now.
I mean, look, I just didn't feel the way you felt, but it doesn't mean you're wrong. I mean, there's nothing you said that I would say like, man, that's some bullshit. Only thing I would say that I disagree with you on is that while I've played Warcraft before, I don't know anything about the mythology. All I knew was like I was playing a tower defender game, where I just added things as I got more points. That's all it is to me. But I still enjoyed this on a certain level. Now I know a lot of it is expectations. One was that I was reading what a piece of Battleship Earth shit it was, but also with fantasy movies, I have an expectation of. I have a kind of a lowered expectation of what they're going to be. I know what they're mostly like. I know the Lord of the Rings movies, that's the higher, echelon of that. And even with that, I love the first Lord of the Rings movie. And I really like the first Hobbit movie. And I like the third Lord of the Rings movie because it ties everything up. But I probably got more enjoyment out of this than I did the second Lord of the Rings movie and the last two Hobbit movies. In as much as, it's still... even at 2 hours, it's still more compact. I mean, they just don't have the time here to tell that long. Like, if they could have had a Fellowship of the Ring where you got to know everybody, yeah, that'd be awesome.
One of the things about, you said you didn't like how you got thrown into the middle of it. I really enjoyed that aspect of it, because I don't really care about. From somebody that knows, I'm not gonna say all the lore, but like a good chunk of it. It's a lot of stuff that happens before this is all just built up to this. So when they throw us in the middle of it, I'm like, all right, dope. You're getting to the war part, and I think we're all in agreement on this. The humans are the worst part of this movie. And I didn't care about their story at all. But when it came to the orcs, I was actually invested. I wanted to know more about, what's going on with his family. And like, even like scenes right here when it's him and his kid and, his wife's with him, like those are really endearing scenes, and that shows off the CGI amazingly. When it comes to this, I feel like if you are a fan of this World of Warcraft, or just Warcraft in general, you're gonna have a ball with it. You're gonna be like, oh man, I know this scene right
obvious.
there. Well, no, that's the thing. Like they paid so much attention to like the detail in the world. Like it actually felt like the size of Azeroth. And so like the whole time you're saying, oh, I went down that alleyway in Stormwind. I remember going there in Ironforge. I remember going to Northrend. And it just sounds like gibberish to people that don't know what it is. But the people that are listening to like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see that. So like I'd give them that, but when it comes to the general audience, I think they're gonna feel really lost, and it is because it is a really muddled story.
Before you get that heavy into it, just try to calm down, tell a coherent story for the people that you want to get endeared to this, and then we can talk, then we can work. Right now, I just felt like I was in a room with people playing Dungeons and Dragons. The room was locked, I couldn't get out, and the people playing the game didn't even bother to fill me in. They just kept playing and didn't even give a fuck about me. It's like a person who's really into Warcraft geeking out and telling you about Warcraft instead of getting you into it. I mean, they're sitting up there talking and telling you all the stuff you don't know, and you're like, I don't really give a shit, man. Now, if you make it fun for me and make me interested, then I'm going to want to go and watch people play the game as I will want to watch people with this movie, watch this film. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying. I think that it has some really great elements in there, but it's not coherent enough for me to say that this is something I can recommend outside of fans of the game. That's why I'm giving this a rental. What about you, man?
Solid, man. If you're a fan
Righteous,
of Warcraft, groovy, dude. If you are a fan of Warcraft, you're going to have a ball with this movie. You're going to just anytime you see something that just came out straight out of the game, you're going to lose your shit like those guys in front of you did. But again, if this is for the regular audience, the general audience, and if you are a Warcraft fan, matinee, a solid matinee. But if you're like everybody else that, doesn't know a lot about Warcraft and you've never, ever played the game, this is a rental, man. I got to agree with you on that.
And you know what? I got to agree with you. All you Warcraft fans out there, don't get mad at me. I'll even go as far as to give you a full price of where those nerds were yanking their dicks in front of me. I mean,
I feel like there should be a scale to this. Like if you played over like 900 hours, it's a full price. If it's like 900 to 450, matinee.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that.
If it's like under that, rental.
Martin.
Well, I guess I come somewhere in the middle because, like I said, I played a little bit, know nothing about the mythology, but I enjoyed it for what it was, or at least what they were giving to me. I didn't find it confusing at all, and I didn't have the moments of going like, "Ooh, I know what that is." But I'm like, I get that, and this is that kind of tale. And for me, it was a low matinee.
Just a little side story. I hate ruining people's funds, but they were pissing one woman off, and a friend of ours, I can tell that, because I saw them, because she was like, could y'all please be quiet? She had to ask those nerds to be quiet 3 times.
3 times?
And 3 times. And the more she asked, the louder she was getting. Yo, it's not consider. I was like, oh, Jesus, somebody got to take hold of this situation. So I noticed they would just ignore her because she was a woman. Mm-hmm. So when they started getting, because there was a point where it was loud, no matter how nerdy and how much they loved this, they just started talking. They start having a conversation. Yeah, man, I remember this part right there. I got past this level the other day, and I leaned over them and I whispered. It was almost like I was about to rape him. I got into his ear. I said, "Shut the fuck up." You saw it?
Is that what happened, Porno Chris?
Yeah, and you know what? He didn't say a fucking word the rest of the time. In fact, he didn't even turn his head. I mean, he soaked in every frame of that film because he didn't move.
Why didn't you turn around and say that to those ghetto chicks sitting behind you?
Oh, because they were funny.
Girl, that's what you want to be? Girl, you crazy.
Yeah, I had a good time with them.
Oh, he just smashed him.
Girl, watch this. Watch this guy. I bet.
Rental for me, but those Warcraft fans, at the end of the movie, it was like 5 of them, and they were real hardcore. They were like, yes! Yes! Except for that dude. I told him, shut the fuck up. He's like, yeah!
Can I clap, sir? Quieter.
Shut up! He got cornrows. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home doubletoasted.com for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.